What's gonna YouTube? Today in this video I'm gonna talk about color grading in order to get film look or cinematic look. So the software we're gonna use is DaVinci Resolve 19 version and the Dehancer plugin. Dehancer is color grading plugin that helps you to make the professional color like the one we saw in movies. And also it has many film profile on it. So you can also use this plugin in Adobe Premiere Pro, Photoshop, After Effects, Final Cut. If you just want more details about the Dehancer plugin, you can just visit Dehancer website in order to get more details. And if you just want to buy this plugin, you can use my promo code down there in order to get 10% discount. So now let's dive in. This is the kind of flat image which I have. So the things I'm gonna do, and I'm going to create the nodes which I'm going to use. Okay, so first I have to create Alt+S on your keyboard, okay, just to create the nodes. Okay, so let me create the two nodes because I'm gonna use two nodes only. Okay. So for this first node, and I'm going to change my flat image into rec 709. Okay, so I have to search color space transform. Okay, color space transform, it is this one. Then I have to move on this first node. Okay, so and I come here for this color space transform settings. Okay, for this input color space, I just want to choose the Sony S Gamma Cine. Okay, 3. You see how the clip is gonna start changing. Okay, and then for this output gamma, and I have to choose Sony S Gamma, okay, S log 2. You see how it is. Okay, this is looking better. And then here also you can choose 3, there is no pub. Okay, and then for this output color workspace, and I have to choose rec 709. Okay, for this one. And then for this output gamma also I have to choose this rec 709A. Okay, you see how my clip it is. Okay, so and then let's see before and after. Okay, so that was before the flat image. Okay, and then this is after. And then for this second node we are going to apply the Dehancer plugin. Okay, so now let me go here, and then I'm gonna search the Dehancer plugin, this one, and I have to move it here on this second node. Now guys, you see how it is looking like. Okay, so when you got the settings looks like this, the things you have to do, you have to come here down in the Dehancer plugin, you have to disable autos. Okay, now you will save the image as default for this first node settings. Okay, and then let me just come up here on this first node for this input. Guys, before you have to check if your clip it has like enough light. Okay, if it is not have like too bright. Okay, for example, if it is too bright, maybe you can come back here for this first node, and then you use this lift gamma gain offset in order to balance your something like this. Yes, the light, okay, the shadow, something like this. You see how it is. Okay, then you have to use this, just this point. Okay, these wheels, something like this. Now you see everything it is going well. Okay, so and after make sure these things it is looking nice, and then let me jump on the second node. Okay, yeah, this is where the second node, the Dehancer, is located. And then guys, remember that we have been created the rec 709 in this first node, so it is not necessary to use this input. So and then also we have to use this rec 709. For example, if you just want to make something in the Dehancer for this output. Okay, for example, you see this is the flat image. You can come here on this source, and then you choose the camera. So and then for choosing this camera, for example, you are using Sony or Panasonic, something like that, then you choose Sony, and then here you choose the kinds of Sony that you are using, for example. Okay, and then you choose like S-Log. You see now what I get. Okay, but for me, I have already make a rec 709 on this first node. Okay, you see Okay, so that reason why I have to choose this rec 709 for this Dehancer as default, and then I have to enable this first node. Okay, and then for this input here, guys, you can just increase the exposure if you want. Okay, there is no pop, and then the temperature, you see how the things is. Okay, and then all right, let me close this input, and then let me go here on this film. Okay, first you have to enable this film. Okay, you see what you get in this film. It has some different color profile. Okay, so here you can come and you choose any profile as you want. Okay, because it has many profiles. Okay, for example, you see that is some more kinds of profiles. Okay, so here let me just choose like something which I can use, okay, to color grade my footage. So for example, let me choose this Kodak Color Plus 200. Okay, you see how my image it is. Okay, and then when I disable, you see that was before. Okay, and then this is after. So and then let me come here on this film developer. You have to enable first before you make something here on these settings. Okay, so let me just increase like kind of a color boost of this color. You see, guys, here you can increase the color boost something like this. Okay, yeah, maybe, yeah, this is nice. So that was before, and then this is after. And then so here, guys, you can just also increase the contrast boost. You see how the things it is. Okay, this is looks good. And then about this gamma, let me just close this gamma, and then I have to open this expand. Okay, so about this expand, you have this expand, it deal with black and white. Okay, so when I try to increase this black point something like this, you see what is happening to my clip. Okay, so it is dealing with the black point, while this white point, yes, deals with highlight something like that. Okay, so and they have to measure it well in order to get the perfect look. Okay, you see how my, yes, my image it is, and then this is before. Okay, here it has the more light. Okay, so and then I deal with the white point. Now you see what I am getting. Okay, so and let me just come here for this print, guys. About this print, and I have to enable this print first, and this print also has their own profiles. Okay, when you come here for these profiles, there is Cine, okay, Fuji, Kodak. Okay, and here you can choose any profile you want. For example, let me just use this Fujifilm. When I use this Fujifilm, you see the things what I'm getting. Okay, so now I'm getting like color, yes, deep colors. You see how it is looking. Okay, you see, yeah, this is looks better. And then here too, you can also deal with exposure, tonal contrast. You see how the things it is looking. Okay, maybe you can do something like this. Yeah, it's like the temperature. Yeah, this is nice. Okay, and then that was before, and then this is after. So and let me just come here for this film grain. I just want to add like film grain. Okay, when you add the film grain, guys, you see this 35mm ISO 250 as default. Okay, and then here also you can just choose the custom. You can just increase the size of your grain, you can just increase the amount of your grain. It depends what kind of grain is you want. Okay, here too you can just increase or decrease. Okay, and here there is some other settings which we can use, which it is already setted. Okay, that is 860 something like this, but also you can just create your own settings about this film grain. Okay, so and here I can just decrease the size of this grain. When you increase, you see what you are getting, and here too you can increase or decrease the amount. It's like the numbers of the grain, okay, which you want to add in your clip, something like that. Okay, so when I close this film grain, okay, And let me just create like another nodes. Okay, Alt plus S on your keyboard. Here guys, it depends what the kind of the footage you are using. For example, you just want working on the skin tone, okay, and then the things you have to do, you have to use this qualifier, and then you select the about the skin tone, something like this, okay. Then when you see the nodes change something like this, you have to go here on these three dots, and then you enable this highlight, or you can use this shortcut Shift plus hash, okay. Now you see that is skin tone, okay, and then you have to use these three lines, hue, saturation, and luminance, in order to balance your skin tone. So here you have to find the best, yes, to find where your skin tone, something like this, okay, and here you have to increase in order to get. Now you see guys, there is some things which have the color similar to the skin tone. It already selected. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Now you can also select that things, okay. You see there is these pants, okay, this wall, something like this. And then after the things you have to do, for example, let me try to zoom these things like this, and you have to increase this blur radius. You see guys, I'm trying to smooth something like this, okay, and then you increase this denoiser, and then when you come back here for this fit, now it's time to increase the skin tone. Either you can come here on this offset, okay, you see guys, you can just come here for this offset, for example, or you can use this gamma to increase this skin tone, okay, but you have to add like small but not too much, okay. When I place Shift plus H, now you see what I'm getting, okay. So that was before, and then this is after. It depends what the kind of your clip that you are using, okay. And then if you see my film grain too more, or if it is too looking some things, how you can also just mute it. Yes, it depends. Yes, it is up to you, okay. So you can add a film grain or you cannot add it. So now this is before I add the clip, okay. So this is before how my clip was looking before, okay. And then when I add, this is the second method, rec 709, and then this is the look of the Dehancer, and then this is the skin tone. So now this is my final result of color grading, okay. So that's how the tutorial is, from flat image to final result. So let me know what you think by commenting down below, and let me know what you think. Stay creative, and I will see you in next video. Peace.